Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the weekly Fortcast. My name is BenK.
And I'm Pfluger.
This is episode number 7, the second time we're recording, sadly. But we have some cool thoughts on some things that are going on, man. And it's been a pretty crazy day, 2 week, month. I don't even know what to call it.
It's been insane. Oh my gosh, this past day has been like wild with all the spoilers and stuff with the new chapter. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah. And of course, today being the day that the Big Bang event is taking place.
Yeah.
Multiple times throughout the day. Actually, they've announced that they're going to be doing it a couple more times. 2 more times, I do believe, throughout the day. So downtime hasn't officially started for us. It might have already started when this comes out.
Yep.
Gives you something to watch during the downtime a little bit. For you at home or anyone who's streaming or just hanging out waiting to see all that good stuff. And we'll talk about some of the spoilers that are out right now, which is about 5 o'clock on the actual day of the event. So
just in case, spoiler warning.
Yeah, spoiler warning, of course. We're going to be talking about the spoilers, the stuff that's out there on X majority. That's where you see the hype X, you see the Shinas, those people who are actually out searching and data mining to try and find this stuff as Epic pushes things into the game or pushes them out on different platforms. And man, it's looking good.
It's looking really good.
We've got some good bullet points here to kind of work through. We'll start at the top, work our way down. First and foremost, of course, weapon attachments.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I've seen some already. It's giving me that PUBG vibe. I'm so excited for it.
It looks good. The way that we actually saw it during the leaked trailer, where it actually confirmed that they're going to be coming in. We've seen leaks in the past from past seasons. They've been talking about it for a while, on and off, right? You see a leak, you'd be like, oh, weapon attachments, next update. We don't get it. But this chapter confirmed we are going to be getting weapon attachments. We got to see them up on the wall in a couple of different variations. Looks like you'll be able to swap out optics, some sort of muzzle attachment.
I've seen some scopes in there. Like I saw red dot, I saw hollow sight, maybe a 2x, 4x in there. Oh my gosh.
And then of course your magazines as well. Seen some cool combos that players put together as well. During the trailer featured as well, we saw Scar with a drum magazine and a foregrip on the front of it.
Wait, so that confirms Scar is going to be back in the Fortnite.
That confirms it, though. We'll see some sort of the variation of the Scar or the assault rifle. The one that we saw in the actual trailer that's leaked, and we'll have the image up here for you, is a blue variant of it. So that rare variant of the actual assault rifle itself. With some cool attachments.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be sick.
And man, the way that these attachments are actually going to shake up the way players play.
It's going to be game changing.
Yeah,
it definitely is. I feel like people are going to try to figure out the early attachments early on, but it's going to take a while for people to like actually guarantee, like figure out what the meta is for each attachment.
There's different combinations of things, right? Like you could look at an SMG and think in general SMGs are close range, but what if you put a 2x on it? What if you put a smaller magazine and a suppressor to maybe help with long range engagements?
If you could control that recoil with that SMG, I mean,
those elite level mouse and keyboard players, could go crazy. And then especially here to talk about the specific example from the trailer, right? The assault rifle, the Scar with the drum magazine on it, that kind of turns it into a weapon that's not as much designed for those long range fights. Obviously still capable. But having that foregrip on it, maybe it mitigates some of that recoil, and then the higher magazine takes some close range fights. Could be kind of like a drum gun that packs a little bit more of a punch.
Also,
exactly. So it's like that whole variation of like it's a more versatile version of the weapon itself, right? I'm interested to see how they actually impact the gunplay and how much, because you can implement these attachments and really not have them do much to the weapons, right? Just a larger magazine, maybe a little bit slower recoil. Or sorry, a little bit slower of a reload. But I want to know, like, how much is it actually going to impact the recoil and the feel of the weapon? Yeah,
I'm also wondering, are we going to not find any more? Is there going to be more weapon attachment floor spawns?
That's
or is it going to be like, is it going to be actual like weapons on the ground and then like the attachments on the wall or something?
Yeah, like how does the UI actually chalk up to look? Like, is it going to be? Is it going to be like? I'm trying to think of a game that had this thing. Call of Duty had it at one time. Where it's like Battlefield, Battlefield 2042, where it had the whole cogwheel of like you hit a button and it has like, oh, here's your foregrips, here's your scopes. Is it gonna be like that and everybody spawns in with all of the attachments off the rip?
No, I hope not.
Or do you have to find them?
I'd rather find them. I think that would be.
Is it gonna be a
lot
special
better.
kind of an ammo box maybe that drops attachments?
That would be cool.
Because you have to think though, right? Because that's a lot more items into the loop pool that could clutter it a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, I wonder if the better versions are higher rarities. Maybe like a drum magazine is like a legendary magazine.
Yeah, that'll be
versus
sick.
Like a quick reload could be like an epic. Or like
you see a little vertical grip being like a blue, maybe green.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's some cool stuff, or are there different versions of them independently?
Yeah.
There's so much up in the air because they really didn't show how that actually works. They showed weapons on a wall, with them.
They showed like different variants of them. Yeah, like I saw a hollow sight, red dot sight.
Exactly, but they just kind of flipped through them. They didn't actually show how the UI would look or anything like that. So it's going to be cool because I think it could be implemented very cleanly or very like clutterly. Like
I also saw like a little laser dot. Like so maybe first person. I mean, I'm guessing first person with like the red dots, hollow sights. Yeah. But maybe like a third person with like the red dot, like
like a hip fire.
Hip fire. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It could be cool, man, because you could turn a weapon like a SCAR assault rifle, right? That you generally look to beam people from distance from. Yeah. You could really make it pack a punch at close range.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you have weapon modifications as well. Maybe you.
I mean,
who knows, man?
I'm excited.
There's some different cool stuff. I mean, maybe you even have barrel modifications, the length of your barrel.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's completely speculation, by the way. That's not actually fully leaked. But for sure, we're going to get optics, some sort of muzzle. The only version of the muzzle we've seen is a suppressor, but maybe a suppressor option, 4 grips, some sort of grip in the front of your weapon, and then magazines. So those are the only different ones that we've seen that are actually out there. The majority of the ones, at least for the suppressor, we've seen some pistols coming back as well. The automatic pistols, which look cool. So the weapons are looking good. Weapon attachments
it's gonna be good.
Look dope. And then I guess the next one is, if we're talking about weapons, let's talk about mobility. Not a lot of it was actually leaked during the trailer.
Too much, yeah.
The only thing that we saw that could potentially be a mobility meta item is the grapple blade.
Yeah, it's giving me like that ODM vibe, like back from what is it, Chapter 4, Season 2? Right?
I can get the chapter, maybe not the season, but Chapter
like
4.
Yeah, Chapter 4, yeah.
But yeah, like the ODM gear is pretty nuts. This looks like the same kind of variation where maybe it's not as much used as a mobility option as it is like an attacking.
Maybe like a little weapon mobility, something like that.
Because we saw it dealing damage in the trailer, right? He's going over, spinning the blade on the after fact of using the grapple. Plus, it looks like it has some charges and a cooldown, just like you would expect. But doesn't exactly look like it's fast enough or easy enough to use that it could be a mobility option.
Right.
We'll have to wait and see once we get hands-on. I feel like we're going to say that about everything here because everything's up in the air. The trailer is never exactly what it's going to be. Everything's still up in the air. But we can talk about some of the next stuff as well. We talked about the new map. The new map just a little bit. The map itself, we saw a couple weeks ago.
We did.
It got leaked very early.
I honestly didn't even think that was the map. I thought it was just like maybe
it was so early. I had no idea.
It looked small in the picture. It looked really small.
It looked like, we talked about last episode how it looked a little bit like the Chapter 2 vibe. You have the big mountains. But once actually getting to see gameplay on this map,
it's kind of big.
It looks big. It looks very compact. It looks like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like the actual trees and the little hills and stuff. It looks like it's going to be a very zero build friendly map.
That's what I'm excited for. Yeah. I saw that.
And as far as like standard BR, it looks cool. But I know a lot of people are really upset because the developers continued on their track of trying to improve graphics and improve and kind of show off what they can do in Unreal, rather than a lot of people thought, hey, maybe after they see the success of OG Fortnite, they're going to go back to they're going to go back to the OG Fortnite art style.
Textures, all that.
But I think a lot of people are underestimating the nostalgia factor when it comes to OG. I think a lot of the fact that OG did so well was not because of the simple art style and how simple the gameplay loop was, but more the fact that it's nostalgic for so many players across the board. I think
that's why a lot of people came back for like the nostalgia.
Just the nostalgia.
But I feel like these textures are just needed to keep the game like.
This is supposed to be an OG map, right? You're going into the past.
Yep.
Because you look at like gameplay nowadays, like games don't look like that anymore.
No.
Fortnite doesn't look like that anymore.
No, definitely not.
It looks way better.
It definitely
does. It looks really cool.
Yep.
And this map is giving me Italy vibes.
It is maybe like a little
cobblestone, like the cobblestone roads and the sharp elevation changes. But you've got like those boardwalk kind of looks.
I swear I saw like a casino or something. I swear it was like just like a good like Miami night vibe. Like
it gives me like it kind of bounces
it's like
back to a little bit. The name of the chapter is Underground.
Yeah.
It's giving me old money kind of vibes.
Yes, like, that's what it is.
Like
that's
the dark
what it is.
underground, like I make millions of dollars doing who knows what, but I drive a Lamborghini. Speaking of Lamborghini.
Whoa, I saw you did there.
Right, the Lamborghini partnership with Fortnite as well. Yep. Everyone talked about it in the past, right? Hop in the Lambo, let's rotate to dead side.
Let's do it.
Now you can literally hop in the Lambo. And they look good. They look good.
They do. I mean, we've seen the Ferrari collab in the past.
Yep.
So no surprise to the Lambo collab. So
yeah, and I think that kind of bounces back. I mean, the Italy look.
Yeah,
it really does make sense, especially on these
does.
roads. It looks dope. Another thing as well, I mean, we see Family Guy X Fortnite on the map, which is cool. They've been teased that for a long time.
They have. I mean, he looks jacked though.
Yeah, I'm sure different variations, right? You get some styles. You get the classic, of course, but the one we saw in the trailer.
He was jacked.
And for anyone watching the video phone, we'll link to the trailer down below if you guys want to go actually watch it, what we're talking about. And we'll be pulling up screenshots for you guys to see as well. If you want to go watch it yourself, see if we missed anything, by all means, go check in the description. Other thing we talked about, trains, dude.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. Oh,
trains?
yeah.
I feel like we're in Warzone. I feel like we're in Warzone.
Honestly. I mean, I wonder how they're going to work, though, because I saw it start back in the ice mountain.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was showing in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's going to go around like the whole map.
It moves around a lot.
It seems like
it was almost in every single scene of that trailer, I feel like.
I think it was.
It was there a lot.
Yeah, it was.
And from what we saw, the actual title card when they showed the train for the first time to introduce it was Capture the Train.
Yeah,
meaning from what I assume would make the train some sort of a mid-game objective similar to POI rifting that we've seen in the past, where you capture the point for 15 points or whatever it is. Maybe you capture the train, get some extra points from high-tier loot.
I wonder how that's going to work, though, to be honest, because, I mean, I feel like it's going to start early on in the map because I don't know how.
I'm sure it's there right off the rip.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
And I'm sure it's like on the map, so you can see exactly where it's at. Maybe that's just me thinking of like Warzone.
Mini map. Yeah.
That's maybe I'm just thinking of it because it's like that's the exact way it is in Warzone. But it would make sense. You can kind of track it, see where it's at on the map, and as it rotates through.
That'd be cool. I'm excited for that. I mean,
yeah, and what kind of loot could be held there? Maybe some high tier attachments, some cool stuff there.
Oh, I could see that happening.
Plus, the way players will have to play to capture it, depending on if it's worth points towards competitive, would be cool. Because if it's moving around, you're going past so many drop spots. Third parties are there.
Yeah, I wonder if you could like explode the train, like make it go off the tracks. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe you drive it around, you change directions on the tracks.
Yeah.
There's a lot up in the air, but the trains, I think, is a very cool addition and something fresh that we've never seen before.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm really liking about this new chapter.
There's so many new things.
There's so many new things. Yeah. It's starting to feel like a new game, especially coming from OG Fortnite to this. Like bring back all the old mechanics. Maybe even swimming is probably going to come back also. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it.
I can't even, dude.
I completely forgot
we didn't have swimming. We had the OG water, man. You just kind of stand in it.
You got to just jump around.
Yeah, just
little hop.
Just wade around a little bit.
Yeah.
I started getting messed up by some kids hiding underneath Loot Lake and at the end of the chapter. So I think that was my sign of like, okay, we got to get out of here.
There were a lot of bugs, to be honest.
Hey, it's the old map. You know?
Is.
Plus the players nowadays are a little bit craftier than they were back then, so they're figuring things out.
Exactly.
Ballistic shields, dude. Is it Rainbow Six Siege? What's going on? They're playing Monty.
So. I mean,
Jinxie's coming in, man. He's gonna be a shield man.
I wonder how it's gonna work though, because like I feel like it's gonna work similar to like the Star Wars back in the day. Like you know how like you get hit with it and it like makes you knock back. And stuff,
otherwise it'd be really hard to hit you.
Yeah, it definitely would. I mean, maybe there's like a durability on it. So
yeah, if you're able to break the shields and make it interesting, but again for zero build, it would still be nuts. Peek over the top of a bunker. Maybe they give you guys some new. Maybe there's new deployables for zero build.
That would be cool.
We kind of saw that switch, didn't we? Was it the middle of chapter 3 that we saw the switch to bunkers? And then in chapter 4, it was all bunkers for the most part.
It was straight bunkers.
So maybe it's time for something new.
I'm down for that. I mean, you know what it might be similar to? It might be similar to like the shield back whenever Citadel was a thing. It might be similar to that.
Smaller, or how it has like a charge feature over time.
Yeah. Who knows?
I know it is or it looks customizable for the most part. There's some graffiti on them, so maybe it's a actual new weapon skin that you can apply some of your wraps to.
That would be really cool.
That would be dope. Especially if you have some camouflage ones. Maybe you disappear a little bit using the shield.
I mean, maybe like a little snow.
Some content ideas. I don't know.
Wow.
I can't wait to see the shield only game.
It's going to be sick.
And some new healing items.
Think about that. The shield only. Also in the trailer, one more thing with the shield. No. I seemed like he ran into the guy.
Like a charge mechanic.
Yeah. That was interesting. I wonder how that's going to work.
Maybe like a slide kick kind of thing. Does a little bit of damage and pushes people.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Maybe goes through builds. Goes through builds.
Ooh. Oh my God. I'm excited. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
And of course, on top of everything else, we're going to have new healing items.
Yeah.
There were some interesting things. They kind of mixed in some emotes, it seemed like, with some of the healing items.
I didn't know. I could tell. You saw like the little potions like in the trailer. I don't know if that was like part of like the design of like you just transfer, like you throw on a potion and transfer like a style of the skin.
Yeah.
Or if it's like an actual healing item. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. Maybe I would think if they're going to be new healing items, some more variations similar to like the slap splashes.
Yeah.
Because they're integrating new movement mechanics, which I assume take stamina.
Right.
So adding some more options to get some increased stamina or whatever, where your stamina doesn't go down at all, similar to like slap slashes back in the day, would be cool. Would make sense they would pair some of that as well, because people are going to be experimenting with these new movement mechanics a lot more frequently. Because, man, we've got not wall running. We suspected it last episode. We're so close. We were going to do wall running. Literally, we just talked about it.
We were really close with it.
Really close. Not wall running, but almost like a double mantle, double jump kind of thing.
Jump, double mantle.
Yeah.
It looks insane.
We only saw it once in the trailer.
Yes.
A player tactical sprinting
running
at
straight
a wall.
at the wall, and it like double jumped him.
Yeah, he missed the gap.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to clamber up on top of the ledge itself. Landed just below and did kind of like a pull up.
Like he grabbed the wall and like pulled up
and then over the ledge.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Almost like a 2-wall mantle at the same time.
I wonder how that's going to work in game though. Like in major tournaments, it's going to be insane.
If you're mid ground and you're just like shooting low ground, team decides, nah, I've had enough. Double mantle up in your box.
Bang! 200! Dude.
It could be a little much. And
GG,
and of course, I'm a little bit upset with it. We talked about it last episode as well, man. Call me a purist in that matter, but I think simple. I like the complicated art styles. I like everything being developed on the fronts that they are developing them on, like gunplays getting changes, art styles getting changes, and moving with the times. I still think the simple movement is better. That's just me. That's my preference.
I have to disagree. I'm excited for all this new movement stuff.
I know I will have fun regardless.
Yeah.
But I'll always vouch for this.
There is one movement item that I do want that has not been added yet. I want proning in the game. Imagine how cool that would be.
Just like a ghillie suit going.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that.
A little marine sniper. I feel
like you do some like crazy stuff with that also.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. But yeah, so as far as movement mechanics, that, and then of course they now have like a clamber with a like a vault.
Yeah, I saw that. Vault over things. Like a little hurdle.
Yeah, through some windows or maybe over some edits. Seems like they'll just like smooth out the movement experience a little bit more. Right. I just hope it's not too snappy.
I think it was in the game in the past, and they removed it like multiple times, like trying to fix it. I think this is like final version, so we'll have to see how
hopefully,
it works.
I'm sure they've
mastered it.
They spent so much time on it, man.
They had to.
They kind of had this month break. To work on all this stuff, and man, they pumped out some crazy content for us.
They really did.
On top of that, something small but still huge as far as the competitive goes in the actual fighting meta, being able to move while popping shields. We saw that in the trailer.
That's gonna be big.
A player actually walking while popping a big pot. Dude.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. I mean, a lot of players base their entire fighting strategy off when players are healing, when they're not.
Yep.
Hey, if they're healing, trying to take a moment to tarp out and make a couple extra boxes.
Him, but
now you need to pressure.
If you see the footsteps, you can't really push because you don't know if he's healing or not.
Yeah, you don't know, like, hey, is he moving into this box, the other box? Where is he going? Especially now.
It might be more audio based also. With like, if you hear the shield being popped, you might want to just push it.
Well, plus, I mean, you talk about playing in duos. Maybe duos is we'll talk about the game mode for competitive in a little bit. But if it's duos again, man, immediately pop a shield, your teammate's holding your wall, you're going to get those shields off way faster. You don't have to worry about getting out of your box, your teammate editing your back. You're just like, hey, I just built some metal walls. I need you to hold this. I'm getting sprayed. As you walk back into the tarp.
That's going to be good.
They're holding your walls, so you just let go of it, right? It just eliminates a lot more steps and can kind of pick up the pace of play a little bit more.
I think it would be really good.
Which, for a viewer, if you're not familiar with competitive, could be a problem, but at the same time, as far as like a player perspective, I love it. It's going to change things up because the fighting meta has been scale.
Think about heal-offs in Storm.
Yeah,
could you do
moving,
like med kits
while trying to loot?
Med kit moving? Wow, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Like going back in the top row, popping a med kit, like running back. Wait, that would be kind of cool.
While you're looking for more shield,
that's
you're
interesting.
I mean, keep in mind everyone at home, right? We're talking about healing off in Storm, being able to look for shield while popping shield or popping whites while trying to find more. You're still moving pretty slow.
Yeah.
It's slower than walking, faster than crouching.
Yeah.
Probably right in the middle, it looks like.
I think it is like right in the middle, yeah.
So you're not moving fast, but enough to like get around a corner.
Right.
Or if you're popping, like if we had that this OG season, man, with Chug Jugs, could have been really crazy.
Oh my God.
Because you could cover a distance at 15 seconds.
I feel like it might be like different movement speeds depending on like what you're popping, like how long you're popping it. Like if it's a 10-second moving, you're moving slower.
Dude, if you got a med kit now, it's a little bit more viable because you can like continue to rotate.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And especially if you're able to move while doing it, I would assume that means you can slide.
Yeah.
Pop, like slide, pop, and then stand up and just continue to go.
I don't know, maybe.
If your feet are iced,
yeah,
you can slide while popping it. I would assume
would be insane.
If you're able to move at all while popping shields, that means you can move in any way.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're sliding, you're obviously not just going to stop all of a sudden and pop a med kit. You're going to continue to slide while you pop it and then slow down. And then
that's interesting. That really is. I'm excited for that. It's going to be good.
It's awesome. I think it's overdue.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's finally here, man. And I'd say I'm not upset with anything on this list that we've seen in the trailer. Again, we'll link the video that we're referring to. We're putting up screenshots as well in the description. Go check it out. If we missed anything, put it in the comments down below. Or DM us on Twitter and call us dumb.
Okay.
Whatever you guys want to do. But beyond the actual Chapter 5 teasers, we had a season event today.
We did.
To actual end the event overall. 11 million players in-game watching the event and 2.7 million people watching on just Twitch alone.
Wow. I woke up, I saw the event started in an hour, so I instantly got on. I was in a 30-minute queue.
Yeah, I was in an hour and a half minute queue. I missed the event.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed it.
Imagine how many people would have got in if there was no queue.
Yeah.
It probably would have been 20, 30 million players.
Yeah, it's crazy. And rightfully so that so many people tried to show up for it. There's some crazy stuff that just got dropped. 3 modes that I think are going to revolutionize not just Fortnite, but gaming in general. The fact that everyone at home have been given these tools in UEFN to create these experiences themselves and monetize it. Now this is Epic's version. This is them putting their team behind it, using pretty much the same tools, some new partnerships coming into mix as well at the action to be able to use their IP. It does some crazy stuff, and the first of which is a Lego mode.
I think this is one of the biggest modes that has ever been introduced into Fortnite.
Might be the biggest collaboration that they've done.
It has to be.
It's pretty nuts, and it looks like it's going to be not a battle royale. It'll be a separate mode. Not sure how you'll queue up for it yet. If it'll be in the standard launcher, like part of the normal game modes, like you would queue up for zero build or just battle royale.
Right.
If you'll queue up just like that, or maybe it's a separate game you launch. Because it's looking like an entirely new experience.
It really is.
This Fortnite Lego mode, it looks like it might be a story game.
It looks like a story game, but it seems like it feels like a Minecraft times Lego game, which is really cool because I used to play Minecraft a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you could craft stuff. It looked like you could craft stuff. You could build stuff within the Lego mode, which is really sick. So,
No, dude, it's nostalgia factor, of course, playing Lego Star Wars and Indiana Jones back in the day. It giving me those vibes. Plus, it looks like they're kind of winding through some different areas. So I'm down for a story mode. I know plenty of people who will come back to Fortnite to play some Lego story mode.
Even people who don't play Fortnite.
Exactly.
There's going to be a lot of people who are loving Legos. They see Fortnite. It's a video game. One of the biggest video games out there right now.
Yeah.
Combining them. It's a whole different game. They might as well just try it out, No,
literally.
Enjoy it.
This morning, I literally missed the event, going to watch everything, see the Lego mode. Kelly's sitting right next to me. She goes, "Oh, I'd play that."
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
I'm like, wait, what? Showed zero interest in playing Fortnite up until that point. Goes, "Oh, I'll play that."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, man, it's awesome. And just to see, Lego's that type of brand that it's going to carry on
100%
for a long time.
This is a huge collab.
Lego's been relevant longer than I've been alive. Fortnite, Lego will continue to push out content, I'm sure.
1,000,000%. I think that's just the beginning of Fortnite.
Yeah, and we got 3 core modes. Lego being the first one. I guess 4 if you're counting standard battle royale in Chapter 5. But then you look at the next one, which is a rocket racing mode.
That's interesting because it seems like it definitely is a collab between Fortnite and Rocket League.
Yeah.
Which I used to play Rocket League a lot. I started back in 2015, tried to go pro in it,
Yeah.
It is what it is. But
it's that competitive spirit.
It is.
Transfers across. But man, dude, Rocket League has a huge fan base.
Yeah.
And this whole Fortnite collaboration has been received really well.
It has.
A lot of people have a weird dislike towards Fortnite, like a verbal dislike. They will go out of their way to say, I hate this game, blah, blah, blah. But the Rocket League community has honestly ushered in a lot of been very receptive.
Yeah,
they've been yeah, absolutely. We love the Fortnite collabs. When the Rocket League Octane came in, you could fly it around.
Yeah,
they loved it, man.
Sick.
I work with a lot of Rocket League people in the casting scene really closely, and dude, they were all gung ho for it. That was awesome. And now to see the actual collaboration in something like this that is just flat out is just a racing mode. It's pretty simple.
Yeah,
but it's using Rocket League assets, and to see people excited to get involved with it.
I feel like it's not even just Rocket League. There's gonna be like other cars in the game mode also. I saw mainly like the Octane.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring in like other Rocket League like cars.
Maybe the Lamborghini collab as well.
That would be sick.
Yeah, dude, it'd be so sick. I think I saw a Porsche as well at some point. Maybe.
Really?
I mean, Porsche and Rocket League's got some collabs, don't they?
I think they do. Yeah.
So
I'm not opposed. I'm excited for that game mode. It's gonna be good,
dude. I mean, speaking of Rocket League stuff as well, you saw Wavepunk this morning just won Esports Host of the Year at the Esports Awards, and dude, he was tweeting about it this morning, tweeting about Fortnite. I'm like,
I mean, that's like what? Insane. Oh my gosh.
You do Rocket League stuff. What are you tweeting about Fortnite?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's just number 2, man. We got one more as well, which was paired kind of together with the actual Eminem concert itself. Fit really well as an announcement. It's a music mode. I'm not sure what the exact name of it is.
I'm not either, to be honest. Maybe like a little concert. Like I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to say Guitar Hero, but that's basically what they showed us.
Like it. Yeah, it looked like a little Guitar Hero mode.
At least in the version that we saw, I'm sure there'll be other modes within it.
Right.
But the little mini game that we saw was as simple as like WASD, hit the button corresponding to the bars as they move down.
It was fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Is entertaining. So it's like.
It was something to do.
And there's a big audience for it.
Yeah.
So especially the younger audience, which is Fortnite's core audience.
Right.
We'll love to interact with it. Personally, I probably won't be playing a whole bunch of it unless there's some cool featured artists. But
I mean, I do want to mention this.
Yeah.
I think from what I've seen, there's a leak. The Weekend Times Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be sick. And next week.
And it opens up so many doors to be like, hey, if they just did an Eminem concert, this concert mode is now out. Other artists can easily collab within that mode, because the Eminem concert was pretty short compared to other concerts we've seen in the past. But maybe that's kind of a teaser to like, hey, look how easy you can whip this stuff up. You want to come showcase your music in Fortnite to our massive audience? Do it here.
Mean, oh my god, I don't know exactly how many, but it looked like Eminem. He went from like 70 million played up to like 110 million.
Yeah, he shot up like 150 something spots on the Spotify charts.
Yeah, I saw that. Just from Fortnite.
That was before the concert.
Yeah,
that was just Fortnite getting like Eminem. You want to listen to some Eminem?
It went straight up.
That's what Fortnite can do, man. You gotta respect it. You just have to. But yeah, man. 3 main modes: music, rocket racing, and then of course the Lego mode. So cool. And then we've got Battle Royale on top of that, man.
There's so much to do with this new chapter.
We talked about the new map.
I think we have. Yeah.
Oh, dude. What else do we got here? We've got next season's competitive.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been teased before, confirmed, ranked will be coming back, but it's looking like it's going to be duos again.
Yeah.
Which I'm not too disappointed about. I love watching duos.
Yeah.
But personally, always going to advocate for trios. I want it back, man.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the golden ages.
I'm not opposed to I'm not opposed to duos, though, because, we had it for a year. We got to see what it feels like. It seems like they want to keep this as like the main game, which I'm not opposed to.
Yeah. I think the reason they lean towards duos more than trios is because trios a lot of times will sub in people, they'll swap people out. It's much easier to build storylines with duos because duos don't split as frequently as trios do.
I agree, 100%.
Trios all the time, you'll see that core duo swap in a third, right?
Yep.
Now with duos, you don't see that as much because the reality is the more time you spend with the same duo, the better you're going to get.
Exactly.
And the events announced are kind of hinting towards duos being that main game mode for the season. Who knows? It could be solos. Maybe it's trios, and this is just a curveball that we've seen on the list. Zero build console cash cups, Zero build victory cash cups, the standard stuff. But the big one I know that you're super excited about, man.
I'm so excited for the Zero build cash cup. Just the regular cash cup for a Zero build.
Yep, not a victory cash cup.
I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a round 2. It's going to be a 2-round event.
Yep. So
top 50 move on.
Stacked Zero build end games, man. We're going to get to see it again.
Yup. That was the first game mode for Zero builds pretty much.
Yep.
Stacked Zero build end games.
And that was when regions weren't locked either. So you'd have those massive sessions playing all the regions, man.
Yeah.
So much fun. I hope they implement it and they let people do that again. Just because I know for the Zero build community, that's a big part of it, to log in one day and know, hey, all day today, it's Zero build day. We're gonna watch all the stuff coming out.
Imagine they unregion lock it though.
It could be cool.
Oh my gosh,
I think it would do some cool stuff for them.
I hope so. What else do we have?
Yeah, man. I mean, kind of move on to the next one a little bit. We'll touch them quickly. DreamHack winner 2023 winners, Mr. Savage and Pink. Savage taking home his 4th title in DreamHack, man. Congratulations! Just the end of the year to take home a trophy.
He's like the DreamHack guy.
Oh, he is. He's the LAN.
He's won, I think, 4 of the 8 DreamHacks.
If you're talking about performing on LAN, he's up there with Epic Whale.
He has to be.
I mean, just consistency to be able to do that time after time. awesome. Mr. Savage, well deserving of that. Yep. Still grinding. One of the few OGs that are still at that tippity top, still to today, partnering up with up and coming talent. Pink, awesome to see that as well. Playing with Nyrox recently in a lot of stuff as well. So not sure who the duo is going to actually be for 2024, but no surprise.
I wouldn't be surprised with Pink and Mr. Savage because they did just win the LAN. So.
Yeah, and regardless, I think Savage, he has the experience. He's going to pick a good teammate.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we'll see him at the next globals, whatever it might be. Because we really don't know yet. Hasn't been announced yet. But awesome to see. The next thing that kind of happened that you got to take part in, $50,000 Twitch Rivals OG charity event. I mean, how was that for you?
I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it was more just the charity event more than just mainly for Fortnite players, you know. So we had some Rocket League creators in there. We had some Minecraft creators. We had Puns, awesome dude. A lot of Rocket League creators who got like 3rd place, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a good event overall. I mean, I'm glad it was just all for charity though. So you love to see it.
Oh, it's great. Man, dude, these charity events that are rolling out as well. It's great to see Fortnite pulling in people from other titles to enjoy the game. And OG kind of did that really, really well. I'm hoping everything translates into Chapter 5 and some of those influencers stick around, especially with them confirming that OG Fortnite will be coming back in 2024 at some point.
I feel like a lot of people might stick around just to give Chapter 5 a chance.
There's so much content that they didn't take advantage of in this last month of OG.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do any of they didn't mention it, the mech or the monster. No. They didn't do Pressure Plant. They didn't do Sunny Steps. They didn't do the Lagoon. They didn't do Mega Mall. They didn't do any of that stuff. And there's a lot more of it just beyond that that they could bring in, and they bring it back in 2024, which is confirmed. They posted about it on Twitter.
Let's go. OG Fortnite returning in 2024. Let's go.
This isn't a leak. This is confirmed. This will be happening in 2024. We will get some more time on the OG Fortnite map. And on top of that, man, I mean, no surprise to see them reinvest back into going to OG again, because we broke 100 million players in the month of November alone.
I mean, that's insane.
Crazy stuff.
Just from 1 month. 1 month, 1 million, 100 million. 100 million players.
Dude, and honestly, for what this could mean for Chapter 5, man, this could honestly mean one of the biggest chapter launches we've ever seen.
It has to be. I mean, I wonder what were the numbers back in whenever Chapter 1, like, what was the peak?
They just weren't putting them out publicly. So we don't know. We don't know what it is, which is why everyone's freaking out. 100 million is nuts. We don't know what it was back in the day. It wasn't public. But as far as like the past 3-4 years, this chapter could easily be the largest one yet.
100%.
Especially with the content that they've been teasing at, man, it looks spicy.
I'm so excited for 2024. I mean, 2023 has been insane, but I mean, 2024 it might be the year for Fortnite.
Dude, not just Fortnite, but for the podcast too. The Fortcast is going to continue to pump out content. Hopefully some guests coming into the next year as well. If you're interested, have a cool story to tell in the Fortnite space, reach out to either Pfluger or I on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And we'd love to talk to you guys and see what you guys have to tell. But beyond that, man, it's been an awesome month. We're about to get into the second month here on the Fortcast.
Crazy. It's been our pretty much second month. That's insane.
And we're about to get right into Chapter 5, a whole new beginning, a whole new set of storylines.
A lot of content.
And developing... Dude, it's
gonna be great.
It's a whole new world for us to open up to and continue to push on this podcast. Things will keep getting elevated. But I do want to thank you guys for watching the episode. That's gonna wrap it up for us. That's pretty much everything here. Again, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify's in the works.
Oh my, let's go.
So we'll get
super excited about this podcast.
Gonna keep getting pumped out. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.